Hey everyone, welcome to this video. I'm Inxlaura123 and this is going to be a bookish themed video. So hello to all my fellow bookworm buddies out there. Now in this video I'm going to be doing a couple of things. The first thing I'm going to do is a book tag. I love this tag so much. It's called the Quarter Year Crisis book tag. What I'll do down below, I'll put the link to the original tag creators video. Also, I'll put the link to the video where I first saw this tag, and it was my lovely friend's channel, Mini Book Chats. I loved her video that she did of this tag. Her answers were brilliant. So yeah, I'll put the link to that video as well down below. So go and check out Mini Book Chats and the original tag creators video. But yeah, there's not that many questions, but it is interesting, and it got me thinking about my reading like so far this year and stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty cool tag. Should we get started? Okay, let's do it. By the way, sorry if my voice sounds really croaky. I'm not sure if I've got a really bad cold or hay fever. It's one or the other. It's not anything else because I've done a couple of tests and they were clear, so it's fine. But yeah, sorry if I sound a bit kind of croaky and stuff. Anyway. Also, sorry if I cough or sneeze during this video because it could happen. Okay, let's get on the tag. Let's do it. So the first question is, how many books have you read so far this year? So I had a kind of rough idea, but then I thought, why am I guessing? I could just look on Goodreads because I love the Goodreads app. Come and follow me on Goodreads if you would like to. My link is down below to that. So I just had a look at how many books I read on there. It was a lot easier than just kind of guessing. So I have read 55 books this year. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, we're in like what, April? So I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously out of those, some of them I did DNF, I didn't enjoy, so I stopped reading them. But yeah, around that kind of number is where I'm at with my books so far this year. The next question is, have you already found a book that you think might be a 2022 favourite? If not, what was your favourite book that you read that wasn't quite a 5-star? So I'm really lucky, actually, looking back through the books I've read and what ratings I've given them on Goodreads and stuff. I've had a lot of 4 stars, 5 stars. So that's good. Overall, it's been, quite good reading times for me. But when it comes to like the favourite, there has been a few where I would say they're definitely going to be my top 10 books of the year. So yes, the first one I'll give a shout out to is Slay by Brittany Morris. I read that back in January. I think it was like the first week of January, and I absolutely loved it. Like, it was so good. Really, 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 really good. And the other book was, I wrote it down, hold on. It was Castles and Their Bones by Laura Sebastian, which is #1 in a new like YA fantasy series. That was absolutely amazing as well. I didn't want it to end. Can't wait for #2. So yeah, I definitely think that those two books, not only did I give them 5 stars, but they will be featuring in my books of the year. I always do a video every single year on this channel of my favourite books of the year. So you'll definitely see those two in it. So the next question is, have there been any 1-star books that you've read? So, and any least favourite books that you've read so far this year? So I've got a little list. The first one I want to mention, I'll probably get a lot of hate for this because it's such a big kind of cult classic, but it is what it is. I like what I like and dislike what I dislike. The Great Gatsby. I 1-starred it. And I tried to listen to it on audiobook, there we go. But to be fair, I don't think it would have made any difference if I was reading a physical copy of it. I just didn't like it. I wasn't feeling it. I just found it really dull and boring, to be fair, and I just had no excitement when I was listening to it. And as I say, if I would have physically read it, it wouldn't have made any difference. I just found it really dull. I didn't like the characters. Some of the wording was quite offensive to me as well. So yeah, I just 1 star, sorry. Another book that I 1-starred was Everything That Burns by Gita Trillise. So that was the sequel to Enchanté, which I loved. I loved Enchanté. It was a beautiful, beautiful book, and I was so excited that there was going to be a sequel. But it was terrible. It lacked everything that the first book had. It didn't feel very magical. It just felt very like rushed, and I don't know. I just did not enjoy it at all. I had to DNF it. And the other book that I really couldn't stand, like I really hated, was by Candice Carty-Williams, and it was called Empress and Anya. That book was kind of marketed as a YA, but there was no way that was a YA. It felt more like a middle grade. And don't get me wrong, I do read the odd middle grade now and again. I do enjoy them. They're sweet and, you know, but this was supposed to be a YA, and the characters were very unlikable for me, and it was just a bit childish. It was silly. I just didn't enjoy the writing style at all. So yeah, that got a 1 star as well. Okay, the next question is most read genre. I love that word, genre. Most read genre so far this year. So, I mean, this was predictable for me. But yeah, once I was looking through the Goodreads of my books that I've read, yeah, it's thrillers and YA books. Are pretty much like my main genre that I read. So that wasn't a surprise. I'm happy to see there were more fantasies this year. Because at the beginning of the year, I vowed that I wanted to read more fantasies. So I'm pleased that there were some more fantasies in there. But yeah, mainly thrillers. Mainly, I think it's because whenever I read a thriller, I turn into a detective. I think I am Detective Laura, and I try and figure out what's happened in that. So yeah, I really enjoy reading thrillers. So yeah, thrillers and YA, without a doubt, the most read. Next question, a book that surprised you the most. So this one was by Victoria Mass, and it's called The Mad Woman's Ball. It was a book that, I'll be honest, it was a book that I got because I love the cover. I thought the cover was beautiful. I got it from the library. I had heard, you know, a lot of praise for it. But I don't know, I think it was out of my comfort zone. It's not a kind of story that I would read. And I was like, oh, is this going to be for me? Probably not. But I thought I would go with it, and I got it from the library, and I literally read it in just over a day. I couldn't put it down. It was beautiful. It was well wrote. It was very emotional and just very different than anything I've ever read. So yeah, without a doubt, it surprised me. Not only the fact that I liked it, but I loved it. So yeah, if you haven't read it, Mad Woman's Ball, very, very good, by Victoria Mass. Next question, a book that's come out already in 2022 that you want to read but haven't yet. I mean, literally, I could look at all the books in my bedroom on like piles of books that are new this year that I haven't read yet. I'm just going to pick one randomly that I got last week, which is Insomnia by Sarah Pinborough, because I love Sarah Pinborough books. Her thrillers are not just thrillers, they're kind of like messed up, like really weird thrillers, and I love that, and she's such a great author, so I'm really excited to read that, and I still haven't. But yeah, there's loads of books that I've bought this year that are still sitting waiting, going, come on Laura, read me please. But yeah. Okay, next question is one goal, like one reading goal that you made that you are succeeding at. So first of all, when it comes to like my Goodreads challenge, I do it every year. I love it. I normally set my goal about 150, or sometimes 200, but normally 150. And I'm only a few books behind, which is good. And the reason I'm behind is because, well, there's a couple of reasons. When I had COVID, which wasn't that long ago, I found it really difficult to concentrate and read. So I think like the first week of having COVID, I just couldn't get into my books at all. So that kind of put me like back a bit with my reading. And the other thing is I've had a few books that have been really chunky, like big books, and they obviously take me longer to read than like, you know, smaller books. But I'm only a few behind, so it's okay. I'm reasonably on track, so I'm happy that I'm, you know, kind of succeeding on that. Also, I'm happy that my goal was to read more fantasy books this year, and I am definitely doing that. I'm really enjoying fantasy, getting into that whole kind of, you know, fantasy world. That escapism is brilliant. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. And also I had the goal this year that I wanted to listen to audio books. So I downloaded Audible a couple of weeks ago, and I really like it. I really like it. I've been listening to books as I'm walking, if I'm in the bath, if I'm doing housework, or sometimes I've been listening while I'm editing videos and stuff, just have it on my earphones, and it's been really nice. You know, sometimes I listen to a couple of chapters at a time, sometimes I just listen to like even like 5 minutes, but yeah, it's good. I've really enjoyed actually audiobooks more than I ever have, so it's cool, and it's another way of getting more books done, so it's all good. Okay, so next question is one goal you made that you need to focus on more. So it would probably be I do have an issue with book buying. It's kind of a goal, I suppose, but I kind of said at the beginning of the year that I wasn't going to buy as many books this year. I'm going to get through the books that I've got, whether it's piles of books or, you know, books on my bookcases. And I said, I'm not going to buy that many this year, only the odd few. That didn't happen. So I really need to not keep buying books. I've got a little bit better in the last few weeks, but I've got a lot of pre-orders coming out in May and stuff. So I really need to focus on the rest of the year, only buying books that I really want, not just random books that I think, oh, that looks good. And then also seeing if they've got them at the library first, because it's a lot cheaper than buying them. And just to read more, really. Sometimes I get distracted by, I don't know, looking at my phone, you know, just, I don't know, whereas I should just pick up the book and read. So yeah, but that's not, you know, I think goal-wise I'm doing okay. And the last question is, new to you booktubers, bookstagrammers, booktokers, booktokers that you recommend. So obviously I love mini book chats. I always praise her up and I'll continue to praise her up because I really enjoy her channel, and I just genuinely like her as a person as well. I feel like she's just such a sweetheart and I love her, the way she talks about books and just everything. She's lovely. So mini book chats is adorable. I also enjoy watching Lizzie reads. I love Kit Kats Can Read. I've been watching her for years. I'm so sorry. I thought I'd have to cough or sneeze during this video, so I apologise. And also on Instagram, I like... oh God, I'm so sorry. It's like a bus. There's none and then they all come along at once. Yeah, Thriller Bookshelf on Instagram. They put really good pictures of like these books that obviously are quite dark, thrillery kind of vibes. And I've got a lot of ideas from their Bookstagram. And I also quite like Cuppa Books. They've got nice books. I love Bookstagram in general, to be fair. I'll sit there on Instagram and literally just search #Bookstagram because you just get so many ideas for books. And also I just like looking at the way people like make kind of art out of their books. Like they do beautiful displays and stuff, and I love that. Whereas me, I just hold my book up or something with my hand or put it on the floor. But they make like, I don't know, pieces of art photography with their books. So I really enjoy looking at Bookstagram in general. But yeah, I mean, if you are a booktuber or if you have a Bookstagram account on Instagram or, you know, BookTok, or whatever you do, put your link down below or your tag name, whatever it is, and I'll come and check you out. Okay, so that was the book tag. I really enjoyed that. It was good. And it kind of, as I say, got me thinking about books that I've read so far. And when I was looking through the list of the books, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I read that. When you read as much as I do, and I do read a lot, I forget some of the books that I've read until I read lists like that. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I read that. So yeah, it was good to think. So the rest of the year, I'm literally gonna, as I say, carry on reading and reading and reading. I really want to get through the books that are in my bedroom, in the piles of books. And I also want to get some more books read that are on my bookcases because they've just been sitting there, some of them for years. So I need to get through those. And I also want to carry on doing my TBR games. I love doing the TBR games with Nathan. He's my fiance, if you are new here. I used to just have the one with the little boxes with the bits of paper and stuff. But now I've got three. I've got three TBR games. So I've got that one. I've also got Spin the Wheel, which is like an app on my phone, so that's pretty cool. And we've got a new one called TBR Roulette, which is brilliant. We've got like this pretend roulette game, and you spin the ball, and there's all different. Anyway, but if you want to find out more, watch my reading wrap up because that's when I always put in the TBR games. So yeah, I want to carry on doing those, and that's also a great way of reading books that I might not have picked up, kind of thing. So if you get something from a TBR jar or whatever, you're like, oh, you know, so it's a good way of getting through books that I've had for ages and just not picked up. So there we go. Okay, next up, I'm going to do something which I like to call last, current and next. Basically a book that I read last, the book I'm currently reading, and the book I plan on reading next. So are you ready to see? By the way, let me know in the comments section what you are currently reading and if you're enjoying it or not, what it's about, that kind of thing, or if you have any book recommendations for me that you think I would like. So the last book that I read is this one, and it is called Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. This was so good. It's like a rom-com. It was just so funny, so adorable, and I absolutely loved it. It's about this girl called Delilah who, I wouldn't say she's a bad girl, but she's a little bit of a rebel, a bit of a wild child kind of thing. Because of things that happened in her past, I think she kind of wanted to rebel and be a bit more wild, and you know, she's great. She's there we go, that's Delilah, and this is Claire. They're both lovely in their own ways, but I have to say my heart belongs to Delilah because she's just adorable. Now this book is from the library, but this would have been a book that I would have kept actually. If I'd have bought this, I wouldn't have sold it on eBay afterwards kind of thing. I would have kept it, but alas, it's from the library, so it has to return to the library. There is going to be a number 2. So basically, I'll tell you quickly, I won't go into all of it, but basically Claire's best friend is also Delilah's stepsister, and they are complete opposites, by the way. And so basically Astrid, who's the stepsister, she's getting married, and Delilah is kind of hired to be the photographer and take all the wedding photos and pre-wedding photos and things like that. And that's where she meets Claire, but she already knew Claire from when they were younger, but they didn't really get on or anything because she was a stepsister who she didn't really like's best friend, that kind of thing. Anyway, there's a little bit of romance, and then there's more romance and more romance. Then there's a few twists and turns, because Claire's not really looking for anything like serious. She likes, you know, just to be kind of, you know, with her daughter and stuff, and she just wants to focus on being a mum. She's just getting over like a breakup that happened as well a while ago, so she's kind of like but and also Delilah is also like not looking for anything serious in the regards of, she's, you know, kind of just used to having fun and being with different girls and stuff all the time. She doesn't really want to settle down. So they're both kind of not wanting a relationship for different reasons, but obviously I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but yeah. But it was really, really good. There were some twists at the end. I was like, oh, so yeah, no, really good, really good. And I'm looking forward to number 2, which I think comes out this year, maybe later on in the year, which is called Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. Autumn. There we go, autumn 22. So yeah, I think that's going to be funny. It was very funny. If you like a good, you know, romantic comedy, I recommend it. It's very, very good. And next up is the book I'm currently reading. So this is a big chunky one. Really gorgeous cover as well. This is The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. This is a hard one. Am I enjoying it? Am I not? I am, but it's just so big. Like, big books really scare me. This is, I mean, I'm literally only on page 109 and I feel like I'm over halfway, but when I look, I'm not even anywhere near halfway, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what it is. I just prefer shorter books. I don't like massive books like this, but it is what it is. But I am really enjoying it. It's obviously about witches, but it's not just about witches and magic. It's about family, about being sisters, about the past, it's about the present, and also votes for women as well. So you've got feminism, you've got witchcraft, you've got family. I haven't seen any romances yet, but there probably will be, no doubt. But it says there's no such thing as witches, but there will be. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's not that I'm not enjoying it, but it's just, it's not getting me like, yeah, this is really exciting kind of thing. But I'm also not like, I don't really like it, I don't want to read it. So it's, I'm just not sure. If it was slimmer, if it was a slimmer book, I probably would be enjoying it more. I think it's because I know that this is going to be a long old, you know, read of it, and it's going to take me a good few days, and I'm just like, ooh. But anyway, we shall see. We shall see. But I am enjoying it to a degree. But yeah, so that's The Once and Future Witches. But the cover is absolutely divine. I love that cover. So the next book I plan on reading, I think, it could change, but this is the one I'm thinking. I really need to get through some of my library books because I have about 10 or 9 out at the moment. Not good. So yes, I do need to get through the library books because, you know, obviously they're not mine, and you only get a certain amount of time to have them, and some of them have been like reserved from other people. So it's like not fair if I'm just kind of sitting there not reading them when someone else really wants them. So I do want to try and get through my library books first. So this is the one I've gone for because it's not long. How many pages? We've got about, yeah, just about 360-ish. So this is by Phil Stamper and it's called Golden Boys, and it's supposed to be warm and witty, which I think I need. I mean, the witch book that I'm reading, as I call it, the witch book, it's not particularly uplifting and fun. I think whereas Delilah Green was quite fun and stuff, and this is just a bit like, I just needed something quite easygoing and fun, and I think this one sounds really cute as well. So yeah, Golden Boys is about these 4 best friends, Gabriel, Reese, Sal and Heath. They grow up in the middle of nowhere. They're queer and they have kind of this real friendship bond that is like so close. But in the summer, for the first time, they'll all get to kind of follow their own dream, but they'll be doing it apart. So they'll all kind of go off, do their own thing. And the question is, will that distance and will that change? You know, will it affect this bond that they've got? Or will it make them closer? I don't know. But I started reading a little bit of it the other day just to get a taster of it. And I really like the writing style. Looks like each chapter's, you know, the different characters and stuff. By the looks of it, I could be wrong. But I like that. And also what I really enjoy is the fact that there's a lot of text, like text conversations. I don't know why I enjoy that, but I do. I really enjoy it in books when you see like little text. I don't know, maybe it makes it feel more real, like you feel like you're reading someone's like text messages. And I'm nosy, so that's why I enjoy it. I've just ruined my nail varnish, literally, as I've done that. That sucks. Anyway, so yeah, that is going to be my next book, I think, Golden Boys. So there we go, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I love doing book related videos. I know that they don't get like loads of views compared to other videos that I do on this channel, but I just really enjoy it. I love talking about books. I love reading. It's, you know, it is my main hobby, apart from like being a YouTuber or whatever. Like reading is my main hobby, and I just really enjoy talking about books. And you know, so that is why I carry on. You know, sometimes I think, what is the point of making videos about books? No one really watches them, but I just really enjoy doing them. And also, obviously, some people do watch them. I get told in comments, oh, you know, I love your book videos and stuff. So that's nice. But yeah, I'll carry on doing them because yes, it's just nice to talk about something, you know, that I'm so passionate about. And reading is fun. Reading is awesome. Yeah. Anyway, please click like, comment, share, subscribe and all that jazz. Come and follow me on Goodreads. The link's down below. Also down below, the links to my Twitter, my Instagram and my TikTok. Also I have another YouTube channel if you are not aware already. It's an ASMR channel. Basically ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Basically videos to help you sleep and relax. Oh, and get like tingly sensation. To make you feel relaxed, that is. So yes, go and check out Minxlaura123 ASMR if you would like some help relaxing and calming you down and helping you get to sleep. And the link is down below to the ASMR channel as well. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. Look forward to reading your comments. Don't forget to let me know what book you're currently reading. And I'll see you all very soon. Happy reading, my lovelies. Goodbye.